Hello everyone, it's George and welcome back to Call of Dragons. As dedicated free-to-play player who played this game for more than 600 days, I'm excited to share some insider tips and tricks with you. Stick around and let's dive in. Today we are going to discuss an important topic which is the heroes, right? One of the most important in any kingdom builder game. And as always, we have two tiers of heroes in Call of Dragons. We have, alright, we have three tiers, right? First is of course legendary tier, who has the highest amount of attributes and highest amount of stats in the skills. We have epic tier, which is of course lower than legendary, and of course we have last tier, which is rare, and that's basically only like utility and gathering heroes, right? Today we are going to speak about the epic ones because in my opinion the epic heroes love have been really low since we have been getting a lot of legendary heroes, right? And as an experienced player already, right, more than 600 days, I can say that I'm still using some of the epic heroes, and today we are going to speak that in about how we are going to use epic heroes even in the later stages of the game, and of course during the beginning also, right? First of all, about the first epic hero which I'm going to speak is of course Waldyr, right? Waldyr is epic hero, but if it was like legendary, I would not be like really surprised, right? Waldyr is one of the best, if not the best, epic heroes in the game. The skill set which Waldyr has is amazing during PvE, during PvP. Hitting 3 nearby enemies is the most important thing which mage hero can have, especially during wars. You can understand how much damage you can do if your skills are being hit to 3 different enemy legions, right? That's why, see, like if you have seen my videos in PvP with the Waldyr and Welin, the amount of merits I have been getting, like 20-25k merits from this hero pair, which is strictly free-to-play friendly. Like Awakening Waldyr is not really a big problem, and my Welin is 5313. And well, this is like one of my highest merit getter hero pair in the Call of Dragons so far. That's the another reason why I'm saying that epic heroes actually matter, and depends how you're actually using those epic heroes, you can get a lot of benefits, right? In terms of talents, well, as in every single major hero, skill talent tree is great, spirit of the rage, thirst for the blood, and here we are having energy boost, right? This is the talent tree for the Waldyr, which I have been using since the season 1. Maybe there is a different meta, but this is my talent tree which I have been getting comfortable really easily, and like, well, that's the one which I have been using since the day one, right? In terms of artifacts, Phoenixa is my preferable choice for this hero pair, plus you can get as a free-to-play player, and the Warped is Sapphire Frederick. If you can get the Pain Bloom third talent tree skill, and you will be able to use Pain Bloom on a multiple targets, like on the third Pain Bloom talent skill, you are getting, like, it deals damage to 2 nearby legions, right? Which is great. Additional ways of dealing damage to multiple legions. So Waldyr and Welin, amazing hero pair. Like, we already have one epic hero which works amazingly well even during the later stages of the game, right? Of course we have another one, and we have couple of them. The next one is Kregg, right? Especially if you are Wilderberg player, I'm pretty sure you are going to be using Kregg. Kregg is amazing damage dealer, yet again one of the rarest marksman heroes which can deal damage to multiple targets. Here, whenever you're gonna awaken Kregg, you are going to deal damage to nearest legions, right? Plus, bleed is kind of like poison, taking damage 200. Well, if you're gonna complete all the damage which Kregg is dealing by the skill, you can like simply say it's kind of legendary heroes damage, right? And of course, in order to make our Kregg even better, we are going to pair Kregg with Thea, and there we go, like Kregg and Thea with the Wyverns. Especially if you are Wilderberg player, you are going to love this hero pair, right? In terms of talent trees, well, we are going to go for the marksman talent trees and half the mobility. Here we are having shower of the bows. We are having burst shot because we want to deal as much damage as possible, and here we are having primitive preparations, right? This is the talent tree which I have been using from since the season 1, and yeah, if you have, I will repeat again. If you have seen my PvP videos, you can see how often I have been using Kregg and Thea with Wyverns, right? In terms of artifacts, Shadow Blades, pure free-to-play friendly artifact, which is quite good for this hero pair. Just deal damage and get merits. That's the name of the game for this hero pair. In terms of like Warped, I'm using Snowy Rock because that's the extra Warped I have. But in general, I think Golden Rock can be absolutely amazing. In terms of like rage accumulation, that's great, right? Because you are dealing damage by the rage whenever you are using Kregg, and of course the first attack can be nice, right? And that's like the small kind of guide about one more PvP epic hero, which is quite good if you ask me during the open field wars against a lot of nearby enemies, because you are going to deal a lot of damage by the fragmentation bolt, right? You might say like peacekeeping, like engineering and peacekeeping heroes are quite bad, but don't make that mistake. This is quite good. I can't even imagine how amazing this epic hero would be if like this building frenzy was like PvP skill, right? So like this is the Kregg, one more like I guess like second tier best PvP epic hero, which you can still use in the beginning, you can use him in the mid game, and also you can use Kregg and Thea. It's the end game, right? With the Wyverns, because in general Wyverns does not have a lot of hero pairs. The next hero which I'm going to speak is Eliana, right? Eliana is one of the most used epic heroes in the game, simply because Eliana is overall hero like Thea, and you can pair Eliana with almost every single hero in this game. What Eliana gives us? Eliana gives us a lot of healing, a lot of shields, damage reduction. Basically, it's like a small version of Thea, which is going to give us more tankiness than damage, right? Like shield factor on the awakening skill, you are getting healing factor. Plus, of course, the peacekeeping skill is non-existent, but 30% normal attack damage reduction is amazing, and 30% defense bonus for epic hero is quite good, right? So the reason why I'm like Eliana is still one of my main infantry heroes, right? Because as an archer hero, I don't pay too much attention in terms of infantry, and trust me, Garwood, free-to-play friendly Garwood, like you can get from the gold keys. Garwood and Eliana is quite a good synergy, right? Garwood and Eliana is my infantry hero pair till this day. During farming Darklings or forts or in any kind of activities, I'm using like Garwood and Eliana, right? And the synergy behind this hero pair is pretty simple. Healing is great with Garwood, damage reduction and defense bonus is great with Garwood, and of course shield factor is kinda meh, but let it be, like extra kind of defense towards your hero pair. And yeah, Garwood is the good itself, right? And for this hero pair, Garwood is a primary hero, and of course the talent trees for the Garwood is tank talent trees, which I think is the best one. Impregnable defense is the one which I chose, the vitality, because of the healing. I want to get as much healing as possible, and cool-headed should be the infantry second tier. This is the talent tree which I have been using since the season 1. Maybe there is some tweaks to make it better, but this is where I'm feeling comfortable. That's why I'm not changing anything here, right? And in terms of artifacts, it's pretty simple. Fang of Ashkari, that's like free-to-play friendly artifact, but besides that, any defensive artifact, legendary artifact would be fine. I'm speaking about Fang of Ashkari because, well, Fang can be gotten from the normal pools, and at some point everybody will get this artifact at least once, right? In terms of warpeds, we have different choices here. Since Garwood and Eliana is healing and defensive hero pair, I chose to play with Venomous Lizard because I want to have damage at least somewhere, and from the infection, damage can be from here. It's a ticking damage, it's a poison damage, and that's the way I have been thinking about this warped. Of course, another choice can be Stripe Bear because of the Vigor to have us increased HP and the healing. That can be another choice, but depending how you want to build your hero pair, it depends on you, right? So basically, this is already like third hero pair, third epic hero which we spoke, and which like I have been using myself even after 600 days, right? Another hero pair which might be good in some cases, like especially during behemoth fights, is the Gwan, right? Gwenwyn is amazing simply because of the awakening skill, which is poison, right? And whenever target has high amount of HP, poison is great because you are going to deal high amount of damage by this only skill poison. Of course, Gwenwyn can be primary, Gwenwyn can be secondary, but in my opinion, Gwenwyn is still one of the best behemoths, killers, behemoths damage dealers in the game, simply because of this skill. The hero pairs which we can work with Gwenwyn can be like Nico for the free-to-play friendly players, even Kinara. Like actually every single hero in terms of archers can be great with Gwenwyn, right? The artifacts is really simple. If you're gonna get like a Heart of Kamasi for Gwenwyn can be fine because of the normal attack damage, because whenever you are playing Gwenwyn you are basically dealing damage more by normal attack, right? In terms of talent trees, of course, the precision talent tree, which is always the best for the archers, the invisible, here mighty slash, and here we have bullseye, right? This is the talent tree which I have been using since the season 1. This is where I'm feeling comfortable. Maybe you are doing something different, right? In terms of warped, I think like like Nightrock can be fine, and we are going to like don't even check any other warpeds because like Nightrock is normal attack crit rate, and I think any warped which is going to deal normal attacks can be amazing with the Gwenwyn, right? So basically we already can see how impactful epic heroes are. Like for example, if we are going to speak about Alistair, Alistair is amazing because of the cavalry playstyle, right? Cavalry playstyle is different. You are using 4 or 5 marches together and you are utilizing every single cavalry hero which is inside the game. That's why Alistair is still usable. One of the marches, like for example Alistair and Theodore, is amazing hero pair basically. And if you are going to think what Alistair gives us in terms of like power, well, lot of tankiness, which a lot of cavalry heroes are lacking, like for example 30% defense. Well, actually that's for the cities and rallies, but here we are going to see 10% bonus HP. Unfortunately for epic hero it's not a big number, but still it's a great one, right? Counter attack damage deal reduction 20%, less counter attack damage. And here we have rage accumulation speed 30%, which is kind of big number for epic hero, right? And hero skill damage dealt by 30%. What's the most important for Alistair is the awakening skill. Cavalry units led by Alistair deal 10% more normal attack damage and take 10% less damage. Basically, tankiness is the way Alistair is giving us all these bonuses. And if you're gonna pair it with the Theodore, well, the HP bypass, which is 30%, is quite good with the Alistair's skill set, because Alistair can't be dealing a lot of damage, right? And plus the awakening skill of the Theodore, 25% less normal attack damage, already a great synergy, right? In terms of artifact for this hero pair, of course, like any artifact, like Kingslayer, Sorlan's Blade, even the newest artifact, Wolf Hall Horn, is great. And well, it's all about syncing the speed of the cavalry heroes whenever we are speaking about the 4 and 5 marches, right? The next hero which we are going to speak is of course Atheus. Well, Atheus is not that popular at the end game, but during the beginning and during the middle game, Atheus is one of the most used epic heroes in the game, simply because of the Celestials being the best flying units in the game for a while. Atheus have been used a lot of times, like for example Atheus and Thea or Atheus with Celestials have been one of the most popular hero pair for Celestial gameplay, right? So like in terms of what Atheus is going to give us, skill rage and like rage accumulation, that's the name of the game of the Atheus. And yeah, we can have like for example extra rage gained 16. Well, this is one of the most rarest skills in whole game, right? And plus some healing factor, which has quite great synergy with Thea. And in general 800 skill damage factor is not that high, but the most important about Atheus is that is a flying hero, Thea is flying hero also, and Celestials are flying units. So you are going to have a lot of fun playing with Atheus and Thea, moving around the terrains, fighting from the mountain to the end, right? So basically that's another hero which is quite good for the PvP open field, which you can still use till this day, because awakening epic heroes is really easy, and you can utilize a lot of epic heroes. Of course, I'm not going to speak about Nirnin, I'm not going to speak about Tara, I'm not going to speak about these two heroes, because Tara is quite interesting, because there's the newest like epic hero which has a support gameplay, which quite kind of good match with the indies, right? But at first I want to test it myself, and then I will speak more about this, right? One of the least used epic heroes, I think, is Bahar and Alwyn. Alwyn was used a lot of times during the open field PvPs when the infantry was super strong, a lot of debuffs, but not that used, right? Basically, we already spoke about every single epic hero which is still used and which is quite good. I shared my ideas, I shared like small guides about every single hero, and I hope you guys are going to use these small guides, because it will help your general gameplay overall. I hope you liked the video. If you did, press like, subscribe, share. It always gives me more and more motivation to make more content for this game. I wish everybody an amazing day, morning and night. We are going to see each other really soon. Bye bye and luck.